The backbone of any tour. So I pleased to welcome Mr. Mudit Verma sir on behalf of our whole IITTM family. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Ruchi. Thank you for introducing me. First of all, I would like to thank Dr. Lama and the entire IITTM family for inviting me and giving me the opportunity to share my knowledge and experience with all the IITTM students, which I have gained in the last 14, 15 years in this travel trade industry. Myself, I am Mudit Verma. Presently, I am working as a team manager in an inbound-based travel company named as Periplus Travel Pvt Limited. I hope you have an idea about the inbound. I think since you know about the inbound, outbound, domestic, or like just a brief inbound, you understand that when the foreign national guest comes to India, visit India, then it is called an inbound. And when we travel to other destination abroad, travel to outside India, it is called the outbound. And if we travel within the India destination, within India, it is called a domestic travel. So being an Indian inbound tour operator, I would like to showcase India as a destination. So I would like to ask Rishabh to play a small video, which I have asked earlier, Rishabh. Rishabh, are you there?
Yes, sir, presenting.
Yeah, can you please run the video, small video, which I would like to show the India as a destination. Thank you, Rishabh, for playing this. See, you can see this video. This video itself shows that India has so much to offer. Now, coming to the topic, the itinerary preparation and costing. Now, I would like to share the presentation. Just a second. See, can you? I hope everyone can see this.
Yes, sir.
Uh, what is an itinerary? Basically, we can say itinerary is a set of plan of anyone's journey, which tells us about what is included in that, what are the places they are going to visit, what are the accommodation, which accommodation they are going to stay, what mode of transportation they are going to use in that. So basically, it's a detailed plan of your journey, so which will be helpful to understand any guest to understand what they are going to do in their trip. So this is basically an itinerary. Now, basically, everyone can prepare the itinerary, but what are the things you should, how you can learn how to learn this itinerary making? So you can see you have to know the product knowledge, have to have the product knowledge first. I request everyone, if some either you are going to in the inbound, outbound, or domestic, you must have the knowledge of the product of that particular area. Then only you can sell the things only. It is not like that you just having, because product knowledge is very good. Suppose India, Agra is famous for Taj Mahal, like that. Where is Qutub Minar is there, like that. You have to be having the product knowledge of that particular area. So before you to make the itinerary, you have must have the product knowledge. Then I suggest everybody now start from today only, or you can say in coming days. You are already studying the things in tourism in the ITTM, but to make an itinerary, you must have the idea of the map reading. So you must have the map in take out map of the any state or like or entire India. It is better to have the map of a particular state, just like Rajasthan, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, like that. Bring the map, study it. Even nowadays, you can study the map on your Google as well. So you can Google, you can study, you can on Google Map, you can learn about the distance, the driving timings, how much time it will take from, suppose if somebody is asking you to go from Delhi to Agra, so you must know how much kilometer it is, how far it is from Delhi to Agra, how much timing it does it take. So you must have that. So from where this knowledge you can get this information from the map reading. But the more you do the map reading, the more you will be more confident about the places and about the things. So map reading is a must. Everybody has to do. Now, third thing is train and flight knowledge. Here, I'm not saying that you have to learn the train number, the flight number, something like. Train means which when you make the itinerary, which train is suitable to you. I mean, to suitable for the guest. It should not be very early morning. It should not be reaching very late in the night, like that. So this is the thing you. So when you make the itinerary, suppose somebody is uh, going from Delhi to Jaipur by train, and the train is reaching by midnight 12 o'clock. 12. So we cannot give that train to the guest because it is not suitable for him. You cannot make them land anyone at any destination in the midnight or very early morning by 3 o'clock or 2 o'clock or 4 o'clock, like that. So when you make the itinerary, you have to be very particular about the timings of the flight and the train when they are departing or when they are reaching to any particular destination. Moreover, in respect to the trains, you should also be, because when we talk about the inbound, we are dealing with the foreign national guests. So foreign national, we cannot give the sleeper class in the for the foreign nationals. So at least we have to give that train in the itinerary, which must have higher classes. I mean to say, either they have the first class in the train, or in the second class, two tier sleeper class. Generally we use first AC or the second AC. We never go for the third AC or sleeper class to our any foreign national guests, because they are not habituated with the Indian train style. So, and the most important thing, the cleanliness, the hygiene in the train. So we always give that train which has the first class or in the second class. Before below that, we are never go for that. But which some nowadays Gatiman. I hope you people know about the Gatiman. Gatiman is also a very good train for the tourist. It's a luxury train. It's a seating arrangement. So we can also give a sitting chair car trains to our clients. When it is, but concerning, it should have a short distance journey. It should not be very 6-7 hours journey by just by sitting. It should be by 2 hours, 3 hours, like that, 3 or 4. So this is also a main factor when you make the itinerary. You should be particular about the class, the timings which you are offering to a guest. Now, the last thing, knowledge about the hotels. So when you come in the industry, you will automatically get the knowledge about the hotels. Here, you in your universities, in the institutions, you study about what is heritage hotels, what is luxury hotels, what like that. But when you come to the practical field, when you come join any company or travel company, you come to know about their the style of working. What about the heritage hotels? What are the heritage hotels, and what are the services like? So you, once you are in the industry, but you should know about what are heritage. Somebody's ask you for the heritage hotels. You should know what are heritage hotels. You should know about the 3-star category. You should be 4-star category, 5-star luxury, like that. So basically, somebody asking about the heritage or the 5-star luxury, you have to give that hotels as per their choices, if it is available in that particular city. So I suggest you if you have to learn the how to make itinerary, you should start doing these things. Product knowledge. Start learning about the products of the destinations. See what is available in Delhi to show, what is in Agra, in what is to show in Agra, what we can offer in Jaipur, like that. Map reading. Start map reading. Distance and driving is the must, because every itinerary is based. We cannot give long hours driving to anyone. So when you read the map reading, you have to learn all these things. So, and train flight knowledge also is important. Knowledge about the hotel. So this is the four main factors you should practice, so that you can understand how to make an itinerary. Now coming to the itinerary format. See, itinerary can be of three type of formats we can be doing: skeleton itinerary, summary itinerary, or and the detail itinerary. Skeleton itinerary, basically, I just show you just what skeleton itinerary, like that. This is, we call it a skeleton itinerary. Basically, I'm just give I have mentioned you like this only to make you understand what, even in the skeleton itinerary format, we just write like here. Just you can write, instead of writing arrive Delhi, I can just write only Delhi. Here also Delhi only, not mentioning. But since I have to make you people understand, I have mentioned all these things in little bit in the vast. In the So arrive Delhi. This is a skeleton itinerary. It's not mentioning what. It's just giving you a rough idea of what are the things, what were things you're going to do in the rough idea. It's a skeleton. If somebody asks you, here I mentioned day 1, day 2. If you have the dates, you can mention the date, 1st February, 2nd February, 3rd February, like that. If you don't have the dates, then you have a day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, 6. Then it could be a Delhi full. We can write full day. Even we can use the city codes as well. DEL, GEL, GEAGR, JAI, like that also. So as I said to you, to make you people understand, I have done this like this only, to so that you can understand. This is the format. The hotels, like that. It basically, skeleton itinerary is being made at the initial stage of any inquiry, and it is for, basically, suppose if we are doing B2B business. I hope you are already aware about the B2B. When I am dealing with the foreign tour operator in other country, he is also since having the tourism background, so he can understand it easily. Even I write Delhi, Agra, Jaipur, like that, so he can understand. But for a layman, for any just like a tourist who comes to us, B2C query comes, then we just generally give a little bit brief like this only so that he can also understand. Skeleton itinerary is at the initial stage of any inquiry. So to make him understand that when he asks for that he would like to do a Golden Triangle tour, so we can just show him a skeleton itinerary that sir, you are going to do this itinerary as per if you would like to go for the Golden Triangle trip. And these are the hotels you are going to stay as per your choice, which you have mentioned that you are going to would like to stay in the 5-star hotel. So I have taken like that 5-star. So this is, you understand the skeleton itinerary. Now coming to back to the skeleton. So it is basically, it includes the name of the city and the hotel. It is the shortest form of itinerary. As I have said, it gives a basic idea of the tour at the time of initial proposal. So this is called, we call the skeleton itinerary. It has been made at the initial of the inquiry stage to make anyone understand what we are going to offer him in their trip. Now, when we send the skeleton itinerary to the guest or to the FTO, foreign tour operator, he said, "Okay, I am fine with this itinerary." Then we start making the propose, I cost doing the costing, and then we send the. Sometimes we send a summary itinerary, or sometimes we also give detailed itinerary. So summary itinerary format, I just showed you the summary itinerary format. This is called the summary itinerary format. It is little bit explanation about on like this. You can see the things. Here I mentioned like that 4 days, location, and the program. I hope it is clear. For this column is for this 4 October, that days, location, which are the things where they are going to stay in on 4 October, on which city they are going to be there. This is the little bit descriptive, little bit, not very complete, little bit descriptive. Arrive Delhi, flight details awaited. International flights which the guest will book on directly or the foreign tour operator book for his guest. So we are awaited for that. On arrival, you will be met and be taken to your hotel. Check-in time, generally the standard check-in time in the hotels is 12 noon. Sometimes now in the big hotels, big chain hotels like Taj, Oberoi, now they have a standard check-in time is 1400 hours, and the checkout time is 12 noon, like that. So they have, so on arrival, and this is here we mention, sorry, here we mention the accommodation, the clariages, the name of the hotel, the room category, and meals on the none. Meals, see, we always, I hope you are aware of the meal plans. Um, in the CP plan, MAP plan, AP plan, like that. So any day, when the CP plan means room plus breakfast, that it means your accommodation and the breakfast include CP. That is also called continental plan. Then we called MAP plan, modified American plan, or we can also say it as a half board basis. So in modified American plan, it is includes the accommodation, means your room plus breakfast, either lunch or dinner. Either you will give the lunch or dinner. So MAP does have includes accommodation, breakfast, lunch or dinner in both. And then the American plan. American plan is also known as the full board plan. It includes room plus breakfast plus lunch and plus day. It means all the 3 meals are included. So whenever we say that your plan is on CP, either your plan is on CP, AP or MAP, always it starts with your lunch. Suppose if your plan is on CP, so on that day you will not get the, because the day you are arriving, always the plan starts any day in a day, it starts with lunch. So you will not get that the breakfast on that. You are going to join, even you are going to even if you are landing early morning. Suppose you are landing around 6 o'clock in the bus or 5 o'clock in the morning, early morning. You will be reaching by 8 o'clock in the hotel, suppose. Then also on that day, if you're going to have the breakfast in the hotel, you have to pay it directly, because your meal plan starts in any day from the lunch. So on CP plans means room plus breakfast. So you will the next day, this day, first day your plan stay will be, you will be getting the breakfast on the next day. So that's why we have mentioned none on this day. And then the second day it is kind of Delhi. Delhi, you will see the morning explore Old Delhi, New Delhi, visiting Jam. It's giving you a rough idea what are the things you are going to see during the Old Delhi sightseeing and the New Delhi sightseeing. So this is the summary format. So hope you understand this. And now we come. Detail is as its name suggests. Detail means a detailed plan of a journey. Means it gives a description about the monuments you are going to visit. About a brief description, not the very vast description. Sometimes the detailed itinerary is with also photo. We also show the photo in the itinerary. Sometimes without photo. So it depends. It's not like it's not there is no hard and fast rule that every detailed itinerary has to be with photo or without photo like that. So this is the format of the detailed itinerary. Here you can see arrive Delhi, then you are going to stay like that flight details. If the flight number is mentioned on arrival, you will met and the college and imperial stay home meal. Here also meals none. Sorry. Then the Sunday after leisurely morning in this afternoon, like that. I'm just mentioning you, Humayun's to the sea. You can see the description. Humayun's tomb, another magnificent monument like that. So this gives a written little bit description about the Humayun, then the Qutub Minar, like the Lutyens Delhi. So this is the format of the detail itinerary. We can also add here the photo of the even Delhi sightseeing like Qutub Minar picture or the Humayun's tomb picture. So this is the format of the detail itinerary. So now coming to the next thing, that is the itinerary planning. So what should be once should keep in mind while making an itinerary? The most important thing is the guest interest and requirement. See, when the query comes to you, you must study it properly. You should understand what are the guest requirement, what he's basically asking for. So he's asking for a luxury accommodation. He's asking to visit the places Golden Triangle. He's also asked to include the safaris somewhere. So, he wants to nature national parks. So as per his requirement, you have to plan the itinerary. You should not make the itinerary on your own choice. You have to be understand the customer's need, what he's asking for. Sometimes this customer demands too much. Then in that case, it is not like he has asked you something which is not possible. Sometimes suppose he's national parks basically closed in the uh, in the June, in the season, in the rainy season time. It opens from 1st October till 30th June. So basically, suppose the query guest asked to travel in the month of July. He said that I would like to visit the national parks. So it's not like that he's asking you and you have to give it. You have to inform him that, sir, in the national parks remain closed from 1st July till 30th September due to the for the census period and it's a because it's too much of rain. So in that during that time, the parks remain closed by the government. So you have to be to make the itinerary before you have to understand the guest interest and requirement. Then whatever the things you are offering to visit any place, you should must give the sufficient time to visit that. It's not like that you just keep on running the things that in a day you have given 4 5 things in at a time. No, since he has come for to enjoy the things, he has come for he has spent a lot of money to think and enjoy it. See, in Delhi you have so much things you have to see. It's not like that you have to give each and everything. The main highlights of the thing sightseeing you have to be cover that only. See, generally in the Delhi sightseeing, we in the old Delhi, we just sometimes we give the Red Fort visit from inside. Sometimes we make just a drive pass from outside because if they are going to visit in Agra, so almost the same structure is also they can see in Agra as well. So Red Fort, then the Jama Masjid, then the market area, Old Delhi market area. These are three things are covered in the Old Delhi generally. You can find it in every travel companies. These are the only things they offer. In New Delhi, we offer them to see that Qutub Minar, Humayun's tomb. and then we drive past the India Gate and the Luton's, the Rashtrapati Bhavan, or like that. We drive past that. So there are so much things to see in Delhi, but we do not give each and everything until unless the guest has requested specifically that they are planning, they would like to see the Lodi Garden. Then we can give the Lodi Garden as well. So we can adjust the things like that. So we have to educate them also that if you go for this, you can go for that. You have to add additional night in Delhi. Suppose somebody asks to visit Akshardham. So Akshardham can also be done. But then in that case, we have to either, if he is not ready to extend the days in Delhi, then we have to remove some activity from Delhi to include Akshardham. It cannot be done that Akshardham bhi aap de rahe ho, Qutub Minar, Humayun, Red Fort, Jama Masjid, sab kuch ek din mein, it is not possible. So in that case, either you have to educate the guest that, say, sir, if you would like to see Akshardham as well, I suggest you add a night in Delhi as well, one more night in Delhi, so that you can easily think. Now, these things, now when you make the itinerary, it should be in a flow, one flow. It should not be like that yet आप इधर गए फिर वापस जा रहे हो फिर you should avoid the backtracking. ये नहीं कि आप दिल्ली की भी हम प्लान करते हैं, दिल्ली की साइट सीइंग भी आप करते हो, if you do the Delhi sightseeing, it should go in a flow. ये नहीं कि आप एक बार आपने ओल्ड दिल्ली कराया, फिर आप न्यू दिल्ली आया, फिर ओल्ड दिल्ली आया, फिर न्यू दिल्ली की, no. It should go so that the guests should not have, don't waste time in just backtracking. So itinerary जो भी बने आपकी बनाओ, आप चाहे दिल्ली की साइट सीइंग हो चाहे एक कंप्लीट आइटनरी, इट शुड बी अवॉइड बैक ट्रैकिंग. इट दिल्ली, आगरा, जयपुर, जोधपुर, उदयपुर, लाइक दैट. इट शुड नॉट लाइक दैट दिल्ली आगरा से आपने उदयपुर भेज दिया, फिर वापस जोधपुर लाया, फिर जयपुर ले गए. इट शुड नॉट बी. सो यू शुड बेसिकली, एंड दिस अवॉइड बैक ट्रैकिंग कैसे अवॉइड की जा सकती है? व्हेन यू हैव द मैप रीडिंग. दैट्स व्हाई आई एम asking people to learn the map reading. When you study the map, you understand the things. So in that case, you will automatically avoid the backtracking. Now many of the monuments closed on Monday, Friday, like that. So you should have the knowledge. Suppose if you take Agra to somebody on Friday the Taj Mahal remains closed. So on that day, he could not visit the Taj Mahal. So you should have the knowledge about the monuments which are available in that particular city, and when they are open and when they are closed. So you should, when you making the itinerary, you should have the all these points also to that monument should be closed as when it is open and when it is closed. Suppose आप जब आइटनरी बनाते हो, यू शुड बी ऑल्सो अवेयर दैट कोई फेस्टिवल तो फॉल नहीं कर रहा उस पीरियड में. सपोज अक्टूबर नवंबर के में कोई गेस्ट कहता है कि मैं आना चाहता हूँ, कि अक्टूबर में मैं आना चाहता हूँ, नवंबर. तो जैसे ही कोई बोले कि मैं अक्टूबर में आना चाहता हूँ, नवंबर में आना चाहता हूँ, 2021 में, तो आपका दिमाग उसी वक्त क्लिक करना चाहिए कि उस वक्त यार के दशहरा तो नहीं पड़ रहा उस पीरियड में, या दिवाली तो नहीं पड़ रहा है, या कोई और फेस्टिवल तो नहीं पड़ रहा है. यू शुड, बिकॉज दीज आर द मेन फेस्टिवल्स. तो बेसिकली इस फेस्टिवल्स के टाइम पे कुछ मॉन्यूमेंट्स काफी, मान लो कि दिल्ली की साइट सीइंग पड़ गई या कहीं भी साइट सीइंग पड़ गई, किसी भी साइट सीइंग पड़ गई, आपने गलती से वो साइट सीइंग उस दिन दे दी, होली के टाइम आपने साइट सीइंग दे दी. होली के दिन तो ना साइट सीइंग तो हो नहीं सकती, सब कुछ बंद रहता है. दिवाली के उस दिन भी कुछ बंद होते काफी मॉन्यूमेंट्स कुछ, और दशहरा के दिन भी होते. मेन फेस्टिवल जो इंडिया में फेस्टिवल, आपको वो ध्यान रखना है. या तो उस चीज के बारे में आपको गेस्ट को, आप जब आइटनरी प्लान करोगे तो यू शुड मेक देम अंडरस्टैंड कि सर योर डेट्स, व्हेन यू हैव टोल्ड मी that these are the dates falling, I'm coming in this, and on these dates Diwali is the festival falling during your trip. So basically you have to understand what are the festivals, when you make the itinerary, you should click on that कि कोई festival fall तो नहीं कर रहा है. So last is brief information about the attraction activities in the YouTube plan. तो itinerary जब भी हो ना, थोड़ा सा little bit descriptions उसके बारे में बता दो कि क्या है. As a layman, देखिए, if you are dealing with B2B, then the agent understand and he can educate the guest over there directly. But for a layman, when the business comes from B2C, the guest has to be educated. So how you educate, you can just, when you make the itinerary, you give a little bit descriptions about it, just like here I'm just telling you here, little bit description about the things that ye yeah, Humayun is magnificent, about information about the. So these are the main points when you make the itinerary. आपको गेस्ट के इंटरेस्ट को ध्यान में रखना है, आपको ये देखना है कि किसी चीज को भगाना नहीं है, कोई चीज साइट सीइंग आप अगर करा रहे हो, कोई प्लान कर रहे हो, कोई भी चीज आप डाल रहे हो, ऐसा ना आप, उसने बहुत कुछ मांग लिया, गेस्ट ने आपसे कुछ काफी कुछ डिमांड कर ली, तो और उसने बोला मेरे पास एक ही हफ्ता है, so you cannot be covered everything in a week if it is not possible. So you have to tell them, the guest, you have to inform them, sir, it cannot be done in a short, in a 5 days time or 6 days time. So you should educate the guest. Avoid backtracking. आपकी जो itinerary होनी चाहिए, it should be in a flow. It should not be repetition नहीं होना चाहिए उसमें. Monuments कब बंद होते हैं, कब खुलते हैं, ये आपको ध्यान में रखना है, इस चीज का ध्यान में रखना. उसके बाद आपको कोई फेस्टिवल्स पड़ रहा है, ये चीज का आपको ध्यान में रखना है, और थोड़ा सा जानकारी आपको देनी है किसी भी डेस्टिनेशन के बारे में. आई होप दिस मच इज पीपल यू अंडरस्टैंड. नाउ this is all about the itinerary part. I hope people have understand all this thing about the itinerary. Now coming to the part that is costing. Costing होती क्या? What is costing? Basically, costing is something which you have committed to the guest, that these are the things planned. You have already made the itinerary for the guest. You have already committed that these are the things you are covered in going to see in your itinerary. So costing is basically all the expenses which are incurred to show the things, to make the arrangement for the guests. That is called cost. So and for that is called costing. Basically, costing is something which it is the total expense of all the entire arrangements of any trip. So कॉस्टिंग में हमें क्या करना होता है? तो कॉस्टिंग करते वक्त हमें ध्यान में रखना होता है गेस्ट का बजट. if he has mentioned कि उसने बजट बता रखा है, if he has mentioned that I have a $2,500 का बजट है हमारा, या $25,000 का बजट, या $3,000 का बजट, तो accordingly you have to use the hotels accordingly so that it fits in their guest budget. It should not go beyond the guest budget. 100-200 पर चल सकता है, बट इट शुड नॉट बी वेरी. अब उसने 2,500 बोला, आप 3,000 दे रहे हो, 3,200 दे रहे हो, या 4,000 बना के दे रहे हो, 40-50 रुपए आगे पीछे चल जाता है हर जगह. उसके बाद आपको, आई होप ये होटल्स में जो हमारे रेट्स होते हैं, दे होटल्स व्हेनेवर वी हैव होटल रेट, हमारे पास होटल रेट भेजता है, ट्रैवल एजेंट जो भेजता है हमें. अब होटल जो हमें रेट्स भेजते हैं वो इट इज ऑफ 2 टाइप्स. वन, इट इज अ low season rates, and when is a high season rate in India. Low season means the summer rates. Basically in summer and the rainy season, as it also it covered. Basically in summers inbound movement हमारे कम होते हैं. So the summer rates basically in India starts from April. From 1st April till 30th September, the summer rates falls. Or sometimes it starts from 15 April or sometime like that. और जो विंटर रेट्स हमारे होते हैं वो होते हैं अक्टूबर, 1st October till 31st March. So these are the 2 rates which we hotel offer us for our guest summer. So when you do the costing, आपको ये information अगर आपको पता है, कॉस्टिंग के वक्त आप तभी कर पाओगे, एक तो आपको ये पता जानकारी होनी चाहिए जब आपकी गेस्ट, एक तो कितने नंबर ऑफ पैक्स कितने होने चाहिए, कि नंबर आपके पास, कि कितने लोग ट्रैवल कर रहे हैं, ये एक्यूरेट इन्फॉर्मेशन भी होनी चाहिए इसमें. मैंने इसमें लिखा नहीं है, मैं बट आपको बता दूं कि आपको ये पता होना चाहिए कि हाउ मेनी पैक्स आर ट्रैवलिंग इन द ट्रिप. दूसरा, व्हेन दे आर गोइंग टू ट्रैवल, इन इफ दे आर नॉट स्पेसिफाइड द डेट्स, देन यू शुड मस्ट बी अवेयर अबाउट द मंथ आपको इन्फॉर्मेशन जरूर होनी चाहिए कि व्हेन दे आर गोइंग टू ट्रैवल, इन विच मंथ दे आर गोइंग टू ट्रैवल. So accordingly you will take the hotel rates. Suppose if they are traveling in October, November, then you will going to take the higher rates. Then if you're going to travel in the April, May, then there you are going to take the lower rates as offered by the hotel. Then depending upon the number of packs traveling in the trip, we use the transport. Generally we use Innova, Toyota Innova for from 1 to 3 packs. अगर एक पैक्स है तब भी Innova, 2 पैक्स है तब भी Innova देते हैं, 3 पैक्स तक हम Innova देते हैं. 3 से ज्यादा हुए, then we generally go for the tempo traveler. जनरली ये होता है, बट इट डिपेंड्स एज आई सेड द गेस्ट बजट के ऊपर. अगर वो कहता है कि नो आई विल we can manage the even 4 packs also we can manage in the Innova. So then in that case we have to inform that in that case that you have okay we can offer you Innova and we will so that but it will be a bit uncomfortable for you people to sit all four in that pack. It will be difficult for you. You have to educate them. So tempo traveler use करते हैं 4 to 8 packs तक, फिर 9 to 15 और 18 packs तक हम mini coach. फिर जितने so you must be aware about how many packs are traveling. So accordingly you are going to take the transport. और क्या क्या activities हम उनको हमने commit किया है in the itinerary. What are the activities we have committed in the itinerary? You have to take that cost. So guest budget तो important है ही. So guess number of packs, how many packs they are traveling, in which month they are traveling, so that accordingly you will take the hotel rates and the transport you are going to and the activities. So these are the things you must be aware about that. You should have the information about the from the guest. अब ये थर्ड पॉइंट आप लोग के लिए अभी तो मैं समझाना इसलिए मैंने मेंशन तो किया है थोड़ा. व्हेन यू आर गोइंग टू जॉइन एनी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन यू कम टू नो अबाउट दिस. इट इज बस जस्ट फॉर इंफॉर्मेशन. समटाइम्स व्हाट हैपेंड, होटल्स क्या करते हैं, हमें ऑफर्स देते हैं कि आप हमारे जैसे बड़े बड़े होटल्स होते हैं, ताज हो गया, ओबरॉय हो गया, लीला हो गए. दे सेड दैट इफ यू यूज हमारी 3-4 प्रॉपर्टीज यूज करोगे हम आपको एक ऑफर देंगे. जो रेट आपका जनरली मान ली 10,000 का है एक होटल यूज करने पे, अगर आप हमारे 3 होटल यूज करेंगे तो हम आपको वो 7,000 में या 6,000 में वो कमरा दिया करें. लेकिन the condition is that you have to use 4 hotels of that. So that is the thing it applicable. Suppose if you do the costing and you see that if you're using 3-4 hotels of Oberoi, so you can take the deal, you can use that offer. ओब्रॉय ने ऑफर हमें दे रखा होता है, हमें ऑलरेडी एक बता जैसे जस्ट फॉर योर रेफरेंस मैंने ये बता रखा आप लोग को हियर कि ओब्रॉय ईवी मींस एक्सोटिक वेकेशन ऑफर. ओब्रॉय के ऑफर आते हैं, विंटर के भी आते हैं, समर के भी आते हैं. उसमें उनकी कंडीशन ये होती है कि गेस्ट को मिनिमम 6 नाइट्स रहना होता है उनके, और मिनिमम 2 पार्टिसिपेटिंग होटल्स होने चाहिए. 2 या आपके इस तरह के ओबरॉय के, और दिल्ली की जैसे दिल्ली के होटल्स होने चाहिए. ये अगर लेजर होटल यूज कर ले 2-3 इस तरह के उनके कंडीशंस होते हैं ऑफर्स के. तो व्हेन यू डू द कॉस्टिंग यू शुड बी अवेयर इफ यू आर यूजिंग दिस यू कैन टेक दिस एडवांटेज. सो इट by using this offer you can give a best deal to the guest and at the cheap price, and also the guest is enjoy the luxury during their stay. ओबरॉय की लग्जरी मिल जाएगी, ओबरॉय में रहना, ताज में रहने के उसको एक ऑफर भी मिल जाएगा कम पैसे में. तो यू शुड व्हेन यू मेक द डू द कॉस्टिंग आपको ये ध्यान में रखना. यू शुड बी look into this कि can we use any offer in this itinerary. If yes, so definitely use it and inform the guest कि भाई मैंने ये ऑफर यूज किया है. अंडर दिस ऑफर इफ यू स्टे फॉर 6 nights and you then you can go for ओबरॉय ऑफर like that. कॉस्टिंग के वक्त दूसरा पॉइंट, फोर्थ पॉइंट इज कंपल्सरी. जो जैसे 25 दिसंबर है, क्रिसमस है, न्यू ईयर है, होली है, दिवाली है, मैनी ऑफ द होटल्स क्या करते हैं, जैसे हमारी जो क्रिसमस ईव की रात होती है, हम लोग 24 होटल्स के 24 दिसंबर की नाइट को वो मैंडेटरी कह देते हैं कि उस दिन आपको गेस्ट अगर उस होटल में रुक रहा है, इफ दे आर गोइंग टू स्टे इन दैट होटल, दे आर गोइंग डेफिनेटली हैव, इट इज मैंडेटरी, इट इज कंपल्सरी टू हैव डिनर इन दैट in their hotel. They can, अगर नहीं भी खाना है, अगर वो बाहर भी खाएं, then also they have to pay. So when you do the costing, you have to think, also check all these things. If they have the dates, so you should mention कि क्रिसमस पड़ रहा है, आगरा में पहुंचा, उसने क्रिसमस पड़ रहा है आगरा में, then you have to take the rate of the mandatory dinner as well in your costing, so that you are covered. अगर आप miss out कर देते हो, that it will be a loss in your file. You have to pay from your pocket, the company, so your file will be in your loss. So any compulsory festival supplement होता है, mandatory dinner हो गया या lunch हो गया होली में, ये होटल टू होटल, क्रिसमस न्यू ईयर तो ये आपका हर होटल में हो ही जाता है. होली दिवाली डिपेंडिंग अपॉन केस टू केस बेसिस. अपनी होटल्स की अपनी अपनी पॉलिसीज हो जाती है। तो आप जो भी होटल, इफ यू आर यूजिंग एनी होटल इन द आइटनरी, यू शुड क्रॉस चेक एनी फेस्टिवल सप्लीमेंट एप्लीकेबल तो नहीं हो रहा, इफ एनी यू हैव टू टेक दैट। देन आप हम लोग हर एफटीओ से डील करते हैं। मार्कअप हेयर में देखिए, हम लोग वी आर हेयर टू अर्न मनी, so markup means to add your commission in that in the, so when we do the costing, हम costing क्या है, costing में हम सारे expenses जोड़ लेते हैं, we add all the entire expenses of the entire trip, then after adding all the, you come to a particular amount that this is the entire costing of the entire trip. After doing the costing, we you are add our markup, हम कमाने के लिए बैठे हैं यहाँ पर, तो we add our markup commission in that. So depend upon which आप कौन से फॉरेन टूर, सपोज आप किसी फॉरेन टूर ऑपरेटर के साथ आपका होटल 15% आप मार्कअप रखते हो, किसी के साथ 20, so it depends upon foreign tour operator you are dealing with. And if you're dealing with any direct guest, it's your choice how much markup you want in that uh, costing in that itinerary, in that trip. So markup is to be taken accordingly as per the your foreign tour operator you're dealing. Currency and rate of exchange. Currency and rate of exchange means आप जैसे यूएस के गेस्ट, इफ यू आर हैंडलिंग यूएस गेस्ट, देन यू यूएस डॉलर में आपको उसको आप जो कॉस्टिंग करते हो, यू आर डूइंग द कॉस्टिंग आईएनआर. इन द एंड you have to convert in the as per the currency you are dealing with, country you're dealing with. Sorry, there is some noise on that in the background. So आप कर यूएस डॉलर यूरोपियन मार्केट से कर रहे हो, यूरोपियन कंट्री से डील कर रहे हो, तो आपको यूरोज में कन्वर्ट करना होगा. यूएस मार्केट से डील कर रहे हो तो आप यूएस डॉलर्स में कर रहे हो. ऑस्ट्रेलिया के मार्केट से डील कर रहे हो, देन यू हैव टू कन्वर्ट इन द ऑस्ट्रेलिया. सो एज पर द रेट ऑफ एक्सचेंज, as per the country you are dealing with, you have to make the do the costing accordingly. So this is all about the costing. So now I would like to show you the format of the costing. Generally, just to give you an idea how we do the costing. Just a second, I just show you the. Mm. Okay. Okay. So just a second. This is just a rough idea about to give you. I hope you can see that. This is a rough idea about the format you are going to have. We generally do the costing in the Excel sheet. Sometimes in the big companies or DMCs, we always they have their own software. So in that for software, then they can do the costing in that. But generally, whenever we do the costing, we always do the costing in the Excel sheet. So this is a basic idea to give a format. It's not that it is the format for each and every company. It's basically a rough format to give an idea how the costing. So you can see this is the column for the day and date. If you have a date with you, you can mention the date. This is the program, the itinerary. You just mentioned the skeleton itinerary here and that. Here we mention the hotel names and the room category which you're using, and this is called the single room rate, and this is called the doubles. If the single traveler is traveling in the trip and you are doing the costing of a single traveler, then you will take the rate of a single room and you will going to mention it, put it here. If two people are traveling in the trip, then it's going to you have to put the rates in that. This is for if suppose three packs are traveling in a and they're going to stay in a single room, in a triple room, in a one room, then extra bed rate will be mentioned, extra bed rate. This is the format for the meals per person. If suppose your costing is on a CP continental plan and the guest is would like to have any lunch or dinner separately at particular places, then you're going to mention the meal rates in that. Uh, and this is for the transport column, Innova, like that. So for I have just show you the format of a 1 to 3 packs like that. Innova transport assistance means here depending. Suppose when you people are going to receive the guests at the airport, railway station, at the time of checking at the hotel checkout, the charges of that we mention here. Then the guide charges who take them for the sightseeing of a particular city. Others, any other activity charges if you take, then the entrance monument entry fee charges, train fee charges, air flight fare charges. So these are the columns which basically all the components are here, which basically cover all the things uh, of any of the itinerary. So I just give you a small itinerary. I can prepare a small. I will do the costing of a small itinerary to give you a rough idea. Suppose I'm just here making an itinerary, doing a costing of a Golden Triangle trip to make you understand how the costing happens. Just a second. Suppose the guest is traveling in the month of February. Arrive Delhi, then the Delhi second day, Delhi sightseeing. Third day, uh, depart Delhi. Into Agra, arrive Agra, PM, Taj Mahal, PM, Fort, Agra Fort, so to make you understand, and Mehtab Bagh, uh, early AM, Taj Mahal, drive to Jaipur, via Tikri, and route, then AM, Amer Fort, PM, Jaipur City Tour, this day we free of shopping, and the last drive to Delhi and depart. So basically, I just want to show you the small itinerary of a golden triangle to make you understand. See, when you do the costing, you will get more idea about it. But to make you just little bit understand, I just do that. Suppose we have a query got for a couple who would like to travel to Golden Triangle in the month of February, and this is the itinerary we have made already in the to them already proposed to them, and now and they have accepted the itinerary, and now we are doing the costing part. So, and they have said that they are going to stay in the luxury hotels they have requested. So you must be aware, as I have told you, that you must be having the knowledge about the hotels which are heritage, which are luxury. So like that, I am taking that. Suppose I am taking the Imperial in Delhi, the Imperial Delhi. This is the hotel heritage. This is the room category. Suppose I have taken the rate. This is uh, two packs are traveling, so we will going to take the double room rate. Suppose the rate is the 24,000 for a double room per night. EP means it is on continental plan. Name is this is for the first day. Since they are going to stay for 2 nights. So first night is the Delhi. They arrive in Delhi. Second night they are doing the sightseeing. Again they are going to stay in Delhi. So two again the two. Now what third day they are departed. They are going to depart from Delhi. They are taking train to Agra and reaching Agra and going to stay in Agra. Here it means on 3rd February they are going to stay in Agra. Suppose they are going to stay in Amar Villa, Oberoi Amar Villas, premier room. This is the name of the hotel and this is the room category we have. See, whenever we do the costing, we always uh, take the base category room, the starting room category in any hotel. We never take the suite room or like that to make the cost competitive until unless the guest has requested for to stay in a suite room. Always the costing is done on the base category. So like that. So suppose it costs you around 65,000. Now, so since and what you can see on 4th February, they are going to stay, going to visit Taj Mahal in the morning, and after that they are leaving for Jaipur. It means on 4th February they are going to stay in Jaipur. So like that with Jaipur, Rambagh Palace room. Suppose it would cost you 55,000 CP. We will copy it. The 5th night also they are going to stay in Jaipur. So that's why we are putting here. 6th night also they are going to stay in Jaipur. Again, say 7th night you will see that they are driving to Delhi and departing directly. So it means no hotel here. They are driving from Jaipur to Delhi and international. We are taking them directly to the airport, international airport. So there it means here no hotel. So accordingly we have put it all the room. One by one we have to do. First I have make the dates and we have to do this itinerary. Then the hotel part, you will fill the hotel cost so that you will not miss anything. Then you're going to miss the hotel expenses. Since there are two people are traveling, so single room column should not be required to be filled. Double room is rated. Extra bed is not required. Meals, if you have, since in the itinerary we have not taken any lunch or dinner, so this is not required. I have just put it here CPCP to make you understand that it is on continental plan. Now coming to the transport part. Uh, since see what are the just a second. Let me now transport. What is done there on the first day? They are coming to Delhi. It means what transport expense we required. It means we required to receive them from the international airport and take to the hotel dropping. So suppose we take 2,000 rupees for a transfer. It means so one by one and one day by day you have to take the transport rate. Day one transport, it is written as taken. See, transport rate you will come to know when you are going to join any organization. Then you come to know how much transport rate has to be taken. What is the transport? Every company has the transporter. Sometimes they have their own fleets. Some companies outsource the transport. So if they outsource the transport, they have the transport tariff with them, which their transporter offer them. So day one, yeah, what the guests are doing, coming to Delhi. Day two, they are doing the sightseeing of Delhi. It means we require the vehicle for the Delhi sightseeing. Suppose we have taken this much amount. Now third day, what they are doing? Third day, they are departing to Delhi. It means the 2,000 again we are taking. Just like they arrive on Delhi first, they are departing by train to. We have to give a departure transfer to the railway station, since because they are going by train to Agra. Now Now you will see when they reach Agra, they were going to after that Agra, they are going to they are doing the entire trip by road. You can see the entire thing. They are coming by. So in that case, what we do generally we send the vehicle from Delhi. depending upon the things. See, it's costing, it's not very easy. You have to be understand the things to make the costing cheaper and cost effective. It's not like that आज मैंने whatever I've told you today, it is it is same like that. You have to be cost effective to make you understand. Sometimes we can, you either you take from the transporter, this cost, you take the rate from the transporter. So but we cannot take the transport rate every time from the transporter. So we have made a sometimes make costing guideline for the transport. So like that, suppose we have estimated that if the vehicle is going for outstation, for outstation, then the expenses will be around 5,000 a day. So what we can see that we can 5,000, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So accordingly, we have taken the cost. Suppose it's just an assumption. It's not that it's a complete itinerary. So accordingly, we have made the things that either you can take from the transporter key how much it will charge for a golden triangle trip from for 4 nights or 5 nights. So you can take the rate from the transporter. But generally, when you do the costing on a regular basis, you get an idea how much it will cost for an outstation in a trip. So that's why I have done like that only. So doing the costing on Excel sheet, you have to also be knowledge about the formulas, how formulas can be put. So you must also know aware about how, see here I have done here that how it 25 is equal to sign 5,000 into 5 days. This is the formula I have put, which automatically we give me. If I give, I can also write it directly, but by putting it the formula, it will be more clear for me. Even in my absence, somebody else can also understand how much rate I have taken per day for an outstation. So that's the we generally put formula in the section. So accordingly, this is the expense of the this much trip. That's why I have highlighted this is 25,000 cost is the trip expenses of the transport for this entire trip. That's why I've highlighted this. Now assistance charges. Assistance, when the people arrive in Delhi, somebody the transfer rep goes to receive them. So we take the charges of that like that. On that day, Delhi sightseeing, we don't require the rep assistance charges, so we do not take on that. See, at the time of departure also, we require the rep who will take them to the railway station for Delhi like that. See, in on 3rd February, this is the charges 500 charges for the Delhi rep. Now, when they arrive in Delhi, Agra, somebody also is going to receive them, so that's why the charges for him as well. So basically costing is that you have to take the expenses which is required in the trip. So we have to cover all that cost. During the sightseeing, we do not require the assistance charges, leave it. Next day, at the time of sightseeing, not Taj Mahal not required. But when the people check out, suppose generally what happens when somebody drives from one destination to another destination, they have to, our rep or goes to the hotel at the time of check out, as well as check in both, to provide assistance so that guests will not feel if something happens, something is not clear with the hotel, the rep will assist them in that matter. So accordingly, when they check out from the Agra hotel, they are some rep is going. When they arrive in Jaipur hotel, then rep is there. So that's why I have taken 1,000, 500 for Agra and 500 for Jaipur. Jaipur sightseeing rep is not required. Sightseeing free shopping not required. When they are departing from check out from Jaipur, check record. When they reach in Delhi airport, we send someone to assist them at the time of departure. So again 500. So 500 for Delhi, 500 for Jaipur. Now guide is required when during the time of sightseeing. So Delhi sightseeing guide is rare. So we take the sightseeing charges like that. See, sightseeing guide charges are there as per the DOT, Department of Tourism, uh, basically make the guidelines for the Delhi sightseeing. In not for the Delhi, for the entire region, India sightseeing. there is that half day guide charges, full day guide charges. So you will have to take the cost accordingly. Delhi sightseeing means full day sightseeing. Suppose I have taken 2,500 rupees. Now up come to the Delhi side. In Agra, what they are doing, Delhi, they are doing the sightseeing half day activity. It's a half day activity. So we have taken 2,000 like that. So they are doing whatever sightseeing they are to doing the sightseeing, the guests are doing the sightseeing, we have to take the guide charges accordingly. We are going to visit Sikri charge, the Sikri, then guide charges we have to be taken. Amer Fort, like that. So we are not going to take two guide charges here for Amer separate and Jaipur, because the guide is either full day activity or half day activity. Here we have taken guide for Sikri because it's an outstation guide charges. So here we only take only one day. See, it covers it. The guide will take them both Amer Fort and for the Jaipur city too. Free for shopping, no guide. So drive to Delhi, no guide. So we have taken the guide charge. Now coming to the others, any activities we are taking. Others activities include just like suppose in Amer Fort, we just generally the guest is having the going to visit the Amer Fort by elephant ride. So elephant, if you are going to take, so we are going to take this the elephant ride charges. Suppose it takes 1,500 rupees for one elephant, which on one elephant two people can sit. So 1,500 charges for that. So this is the charges, and like that. Now come to the entrances. One by one, you have to go fill the column so that you will not going to miss out anything. Entrance, coming to the, since Delhi sites, you have to be you should know how which are the monuments you are going to show in the itinerary and how much is the charges of that monuments. So accordingly, suppose I have taken this much, which includes Qutub, Humayun and the Red Fort, or and the like that. Then Agra, uh, suppose Agra Fort, Mehtabad, like that, I have taken 1,000 rupees. I'm just taking the rough idea. It's not that it's like that only. It's I'm just in a briefing you, giving you a rough idea. Tikri monument entrance fee, Amer Fort entrance fee, Jaipur mein City Palace, Hawa Mahal, all these things like that. Fee for shopping not required. So you have accordingly we have filled the entrance fee. Now the train, since only one train is involved, train is I've taken 2,000 rupees. Here in your itinerary, if is there any flight is there? No, flight is not there. So flight is not required. You can also see that it is written miscellaneous. Miscellaneous basically what in a we also some offer mineral water, some biscuits, cookies, chips in the vehicle. We offer some like to make the comfortable. So to cover that expenses, we have uh, take suppose 100 rupees per day like that. So it's suppose it's a 8-day activity. So we have taken 800 rupees per person. So one thing I would like to tell you, all the costing is done on per person basis. So here I will now come to know how much I will tell you how the things are happen. So I have taken all the expenses. So now we come to this is the total of all that 22 2 lakh 78,000 is for charges of that entire accommodation charges. 32,500 entire expenses of the transport charges, entire expenses of the assistance guide like that. So you can see these are the entire expenses coming of their respective heads. Now coming to the heads. As I have told you that always the costing is done on per person basis. See, I've now come to this. Sorry, it is should be 18 per person basis. This is the cost of the entire accommodation in the trip. So, but as I've told you, the costing is done on per person basis. So this is the cost of the entire. It means for 2 packs. So how we get the cost per person by since 2 people are traveling. So I have what I have done. This is the cost this is the cost. I have divided it by 2 people. So it means it comes 1,39,000 per person. Now, meal, is there any meal charges? No, meals are zero. Transport is there? Yeah, transport. How much is charges for? Since again the transport total expenses is 32,500. How much? How will you get per person? By dividing it by 2. Suppose again assistance charges in total 3,500 divided by 2. Guide charges in total 10,500 divided by 2. Others 750 total charges divided by 2. Now, why I have not divided this entrance by 2? Because entrance is always we take as a per person charges. Since you can, because entrance fees, we know that per person entrance fees are always take as a per person. That's why I have not divided it by here by 2. So now the train fare is also per person. That's why we do have not divided by 2. So you can see this is the total expenses. This is per person on twin sharing. Yes, I can tell you per person cost of the entire trip per person. 1,71,800 is the per person cost. Now, as I told, markup. Markup is means our commission. What, since we are here to earn the money, so what we can do? Suppose it's not that 15% markup is the fixed markup. It can be 10%, it can be 15%, it can be 20%. Depends. I've just taken this at 15%. So how? So this is the formula I have put to make it. This is, if you multiply 15% by this amount, you will get this much amount 25,000. This is our earning. Then the gross total is how much it comes by adding this amount and this amount. It will come 1,97,000. This also amount is per person. Now the government, this is GST, government service tax. Government, as you know, people, government always charge tax on each and everything. So on the in the travel tour package, they charge 5%. So I have added the 5% on this amount, the gross total amount. So this is the net total amount. So this is the final amount per person amount if for of a trip of a golden triangle. Suppose if a golden two people travel and going to stay in all these hotels and going to and you're going to use Innova and using the service of assistance guide, all these things. So one per person has to pay 2 lakhs something like. If so, how much it will be become for 2 packs? We will multiply it by 2. So this is the total cost for an entire tour package. So you will see, you have already seen that at whenever you have any tour package, always it is on per person basis. So and now, as I have told you, you have to convert in the USD. So it is like that. Either if USD, suppose it is 70 is the running current USD. So what we can do, we will convert it into USD. So 2,963 is the USD per person cost on a twin sharing. Twin sharing means 2 people per person sharing in a twin room, on a double room. So this is how a costing is done. I hope you have given rough idea. I'm not sure. I'm not saying that you will have learned all the things. I'm sure when you practice the things, when you come to industry, when you start doing the costing, I have just given you a rough idea how the costing happens. It depends. In every company has its own costing formats, every style of working. So this is basically the costing. How we do the costing in a travel company. So this is all about the costing. I hope you have get a rough idea about the costing and the itinerary. So this is all about my today's topic, itinerary preparation and costing.
Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah.
And now the question answer round is open for all of you. So
Okay.
you can come up with your question on the chat box, or you can also unmute your mic and ask the questions.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
My name is Christy.
Okay.
I have a doubt, sir. Which plan we could able to suggest at a hotel for a full day sightseeing and end at 6 p.m. or something?
See, basically, we always give the. Can you hear me? Now?
Yes, sir.
Basically, we always give the plan on CP, Continental Plan.
Okay, sir.
Regarding lunch and dinner, we always keep it open because we cannot give plan the things in a fixed timing. They have sometimes see monuments. It depends upon the guest interest, how much time they are taking in a sightseeing. Suppose if they are interested in monuments in the architecture and they are taking much more time, so we cannot give them offer. Then they are give them the full board plan or a half board plan. Even I think either you can give in the full day sightseeing, it is better to give them either on continental plan or a half board plan, I mean to say MAP plan, because lunch cannot be possible during the full day sightseeing. They do lunch in a local restaurant some, because when the during the sightseeing generally it happens the guide take them to a local restaurant where they have lunch and then again further continue for the sightseeing. They are not coming back to the hotel to have lunch, or then again they are going out for the sightseeing. Generally in a Delhi, in the city sightseeing, what happens, people stay in the continental plan. They are going to have breakfast, go for the sightseeing. During the sightseeing, they have lunch in the local restaurants, and when they come back to the hotel in the evening, either they pay directly or they have the option to go outside for the dinner in the local restaurants. So it is
Okay.
better. It cannot be, if you want to give, if the guest has asked that they want to be stay on the full board, then only you have to give. Otherwise, always on continental plan.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Any other question?
Sir, there are some questions in the chat box also.
Okay, chat box. I have to start from just a second. Yeah, Christy already asked this question. Sir, there are people who don't take English. Okay. So if any guest reach early, Rajat has asked a question. Just a second. If if any guest reach early in the morning and if he asks us to add the breakfast also, so we have to add it or ask him to pay by their own for that. And if he have full day sightseeing and he will check out near 6 or 7 p.m. So which meal plan we have to add on that? See, first question is that if the guest suppose reach early morning, Rajat, and and the guest, if the guest has asked us to add the breakfast, then we add it. It's not like that we will say deny it. We cannot deny it. If he is ready to pay for it, then we will include in that in the costing. We will take the cost of the one more additional breakfast in that. Okay. Generally, we if they are reaching early morning, generally it not happens. But if the guest has asked, we will add it. Now your question, second question is, ask him to pay by the, if he have the full day sightseeing and he will check out near 6 or 7 p.m. So which meal plan we have to add for that day? See, the checkout time is generally 12 noon in any hotel. If they're going to stay for till or 6 or 7 or p.m., then they have to pay either as per the hotel policy, either full day rate or the 50% of the room charges or half day rate accordingly. And regarding meal plan is already all, if the, as I said, if the guest has requested to include the dinner, then we will include. Otherwise, it is, we always keep it open. Uh, Ruchi, for Rajat question, I have to type, or is it okay to give on my mic only?
But it's
Reply
okay
on.
to mine.
Okay.
Sir, you can answer here only.
On the, should I type him?
No, sir. No, sir. It's perfect.
Okay. Okay. Very. I hope Rajat is clear about that. Thank you, sir. Information. What is the best way to do R&D for any new destination itinerary without visiting that place? Acha. See, for visit without visit. See, very good question is that without visiting that place, you have to do. See, first we have to understand the things. What are the potential in that particular area? So by map reading, by the, so we have lots of. First, you do what you do. First, you study the any company's site. what are the itineraries generally any travel company offers to the guests. You will find common in that in every companies. So now accordingly, since suppose you have not visited Agra, so accordingly you have never been to Agra before, so you can see that you can visit any company's site, and you have seen that in Agra we have we generally show Taj Mahal, Agra Fort, Mehtab Bagh, and some Sikandra like that. So what you can see, then you can study, you have already information that these are the main highlights of Agra. So accordingly you can now study it on from Google and from any other source of information you can get. So this is the best way you can do. Map reading, uh, map reading you must do, so that you must understand how far from one place to another place. Driving timings, you come to know about that. So this is the best way you can do the R&D without visiting any places. Acha, re-explain the assistance. Assistance charges basically, assistance is the rep charges. Basically, as a rep, whenever any guest arrives in Delhi or at any place, we send people to that to receive them. Or suppose if somebody goes to to connect to take the flight, or to connect to take the train, then we also send assistance to. So that is called the charges which rep we take, that is the assistance charges. We send rep from our company, from the company, to provide them assistance at the time of airport or railway station. This is called the rep charges, assistance charges. uh, my doubt is how Aman, my doubt is how the structure and the pattern of itineraries are going to change post COVID, like maintaining special distancing on destination. Please explain. See, after COVID, we also have come to know that most of the hotels have come with the COVID, come up with the plans that they are going to use uh, many precautions, taking precautions. So according to the plans, itinerary have to be made. Nowadays people are I think after COVID, instead of going to any destination, people are trying to relax any particular destinations, like that they are going to go for the spa or something like that. So accordingly, after post COVID, the things are going to change. uh, uh, as per the people requirement, people also plan to go have more of relaxing time, and than instead of going to visit any monument or like that. So let's see what people are planning in the coming COVID, after post COVID times. We have to make the plan the itineraries accordingly. Does the meal plan, Muskan, does the meal plan affect the accommodation charges? Yes. See, CP plan rates are different, MEP plan rates are different, uh, AP plan rates are different. CP का rate आपका जो if suppose breakfast is there only there, then it is only 1,000 rupees charges. If you add the dinner, then it depends upon which plan you're taking. The more you add the meals, the charges will increase for the accommodation. CP plan rates are different, MEP plan rates are different, and AP plans are different. See, why we convert, Christy, why we convert the costing into USD? It's not mandatory that you have to convert in USD. As I'm saying that, in which market you're dealing with. Suppose if the guest is coming from Europe, Italy, or Spain, so in their country, euro is they deal with the euro currency. So accordingly, we convert into euros to make them understand, because we have the rates. When we have done the costing, we have done the costing in Indian rupees. It is not clear for them to how much it is cost in euro. So that's why we convert it. So depending upon which market you're dealing, if the guest is coming from US market, so we convert in US dollars. If the coming guest is on Europe market, we convert in euros. British markets in pound. Australian market, the Australian dollars, like that. It's not necessary you have to convert in USD only. It depends from which market the guest is coming from. I hope this is clear. Which application good for making itinerary? Which application? Uh, Travel with Amaze. I'm not clear with this. Which application good for making itinerary? Uh, sorry, I'm not clear with this. Which application good for making itinerary? Is it it can be more clear? Some can Rishabh, can you please let me know what he's basically asking for?
Sir, he might be asking that there are various applications nowadays, online web pages, to
Okay,
create
maybe that he's asking.
maybe.
Basically, application good for itinerary making. Itinerary making is best. See, itinerary can be basically done on Excel sheets to make the people understand. But to be more descriptive, to be more elaborate, it can be done and Word also. It can be so depending upon which on websites what which how to make the people make understand. It depends. It's not that they have to be on more on Word or Excel like that. It should be clear and to the people. If we Sudhanshu, if we are only adding breakfast and dinner and not giving lunch, as it will lead to particular commitment while going sightseeing. So if we are only adding breakfast and not giving lunch, as it will lead to particular commitment while doing sightseeing. So what can we do in costing? No, Sudhanshu, can you please a little bit more clear about this? You're saying that if we are only adding breakfast and you're taking in plan on MAP, okay, I understand that. And but sightseeing, doing the sightseeing. So what we can do in costing? So accordingly, see, suppose if we are, suppose you have taken the sightseeing in Delhi on a MAP plan. It's not necessary every day you have to take the plan on a. If the guest has requested you that I would also take the dinner in the hotel only, then you have your costing should be based on entirely on MAP plan. Suppose if you want, he asks you in Agra, I would like to have dinner in the hotel. Then in particular Agra only, you will take the cost of the hotel on MAP plan. Otherwise, it is not required. I hope it is clear. I think you are talking about this only. As a starter, how much percentage I have to add markup in costing? Rajat, basically depends. Sometimes, generally, normal people take a 10 to 15% markup. 10% market, sometimes people 12. It's something as a startup company, depending upon, so at least 10% you should take to in our quote to offer the quote to the people. If guests ask to pay hotel payment by their own, so it's effect on markup. If guests ask to pay hotel payment by their own, see, suppose sometimes what happens, the guest in their golden triangle trip, suppose Imperial I have taken in Delhi, Amar Vilas I have taken in Agra, in Jaipur I have taken Rambagh. Suppose the guests have said that I have booked Amar Vilas directly, so it will not affect the markup. So in that case, in that column will be not fill up. You will not do the cost of the Amar Vilas. If the guest is have paid directly, it is not like that. We are going guest in on our rate, the guest will pay directly. We are here to pay to if the guests have taken the service from us, then we are liable to make the payment on guest behalf to the hotel. It's not that guests have booked the taken the service from us and they are paying directly to each and every hotel. No, when the guests have taken the service from us from us, then we are liable to make the payment to each and every vendors, not the guest. Guests can pay to the hotel directly in that condition when they have the booked hotel directly, not through us. My question is if we are including any services from the third company, like any food walk or heritage walk, so that on the services on that service, is there any individual markup that we can earn on this itinerary, or else, or we can see Harshit, basically the the format which I have shown to you people, guys, it's not the format. Basically, I mean to say it's a rough idea I've given to you. It's not that each and company has its own style of format. I have taken the markup on the entire things. Some companies, what we do, they give the breakups. I mean to say, they take the markups on the accommodation separate, transport separate, assistance separate, like that also. Yeah. So in that case, if any company is taking the markup entirely, then it is not possible to take the separate heritage any third vendor party cost separately. If they are taking markups individually, then it is possible. While planning itinerary, the breakfast on the date of departure for another city can be offered in the same hotel from which they are checking out. If yes, then the breakfast will be included in the pack or customer will be charged. While planning the itinerary, the breakfast on the date of departure for another city can be offered in the same hotel from which they are. Anupya, this basically, as I've told you, your meals always starts from lunch in any hotel. Suppose you're going to stay for an overnight in Delhi. So today you're going to check in. So uh, today you're not going to get the breakfast. Next day you're going the time of checkout. So before checkout you're going to have the breakfast, then you're going to check out. So same condition is applying here also. So on the final day of departure also, they are going to have the breakfast in the hotel. They are not don't have to pay it direct for the additional for that. It is included in the package. Pickup drop charges will be included in the assistance or transport. Sir. Pickup drop charges. Pickup drop charges mean to say you're talking about the assistance charges or the transport. See, transport is different, assistance is different. Pickup drop means charges you pertain to the person. You're talking about the rep who's going to pick up or drop them, or you're talking about the transport. Can you please write that, Anupya? I'm still not clear, Anupya. Airport pickup means you're talking about transport means vehicle, and assistance means the person who is going to receive them at the airport. So pickup so if you're talking about the only transport, if the rep is not going to receive them, then the vehicle charges, the transport charges, vehicle charges will be shown in the transport column. And if the rep is also going to receive them, then the assistance charges will be showing in the assistance column. I hope it is clear. We add markup on whole package or per person. Ria, it depends. As I said, told you that it depends. Sometimes some people add the markup on the entire package. Sometimes any people give markup on the individually on hotels, transport, rep, like that. So but one thing you should know, that as I've told you earlier, the tour package is always taken out on per person basis. It is not that when we give to the inform when we suppose you come to us that me and my friend would like to go for a trip. So I will tell you the price per person, not as a whole. So the markup is mentioned basically on the whole package or individually on individual components. And when we tell the price, it is on per person. Costing. Hello, Raj Kumar. If tourist is not like some of the services, main train company, local in our trade, what we can do, whether we cut in or make separate night, or if tourists not like some of the services, train company. Yes, we can amend the itinerary. Suppose in the initial stage we have tell the itinerary that we will take them from Delhi to Agra by train. Later he said that no, I don't want to go by train. I would like to go by surface only, by drive only. Then in that case we can amend the itinerary, and accordingly if any changes in the itinerary, automatically the costing also changes. So the more changes in the itinerary, the more costing will be frequently changes. So once we come to the firm itinerary, on that firm itinerary, we make the final costing will be done, and final proposal accordingly will be. So it's not like that costing is a one time process. It's keep on changing depending upon the guest requirement. So after coming to the final acceptance of the itinerary, we make the do the costing accordingly, and final proposal goes to the guest accordingly. So any more questions? I think I have come to the.
I guess, sir, that's it. And it was a very insightful presentation, sir. And we are grateful for all the time and efforts you took to share your knowledge and experience with us. And as we all are going to enter into this industry someday, the knowledge you have shared will definitely help us all. And I believe we can benefit immediately from the methods of itinerary and costing you have suggested. So on the behalf of everyone, I want to thank you again for such a fruitful session. Thank you.
Thank you, Ruchi. Thanks. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
So,
Thank you, sir.
thank you so much, sir. That was a wonderful session, sir.
Thank you so much, Rishabh. Thank you.
That was all for today. See you all tomorrow.